Hello and welcome back. Today I want to talk about the Brenede Koksijde Classic, or how it was called over the last few years, the Handzame Classic. Another semi-classic in Belgium. We had, again, cobblestones. We had a lot of those little hills they have in Belgium. But today it was not as selective as the other day. But we also had our fair share of crashes once again. That was not nice to see. Especially the König got derailed by those crashes, and they had not the usual finish you would expect, but later more of that. The day started with, once again, a breakaway of 6 guys. We had Justin Timmermans, Julien Maurice, Dimitri Peskins, Michiel Dillemont, and Matthias Jørgensen, and also Andrea van Drame. The last one remaining with 20 kilometers was Jørgensen, and after that it was pretty much set for a sprint finale. And like I said, the König got really derailed because they had 2 of maybe the 4 or 5 fastest guys at the start line with Alvaro Hodge and Fabio Jakobsen. And Fabio Jakobsen crashed late, so he was out of contention. And also Hodge had to change bikes because he had a mechanical. He swapped bikes with, it was Peter Seri, his teammate. And well, of course, that bike is not really set up for him. So he lost the lead-out guy in Jakobsen, or maybe even the main sprinter, because I think on a flat road, Jakobsen is a little bit faster than Hodge, be it what it may. So they still had a really good lead-out of Remy Cavagna, who did a really long turn at the front. Then it was up to Evenepoel, who showed with 19 years of age that he is not only a climber, even though that's what he states he wants to be. He wants to win Grand Tours, but he did a really solid job on the flats, pushing. And then it was Helio Kaiser, who did an amazing turn inside the last kilometer. Maybe too amazing, because going into the last corner he had almost 2 bike lengths on Hodge, who then was, with 500 meters to go in the wind, had to chase his own teammate, and then had not enough left in the sprint, and was beaten by, well, it was the race was won by Pascal Ackermann, who really needed this win, and second was Christopher Halvorsen from Team Sky, who was already second last year and the victor before that, so he really likes this race. It was the same podium of last year, but in a different order. Like I said, Halvorsen was also in 2018 the second guy, that time behind Hodge and Ackermann. Now Ackermann wins and Hodge is third. Like I said, it wasn't Hodge's bike. He did not seem to have the perfect form because he couldn't hold Kaiser's wheel, even though he had the perfect lead out. And Ackermann was lucky enough to get it right this time, or better, to be quite honest, that the others didn't quite do it well enough, because Ackermann lost the other day to Sesbo because he waited too long. This time Hodge waited too long to actually start a sprint. He wanted to get the wheel of Ackermann, but by then it was too late. So yeah, why does Ackermann need this win? Because this year he rides for the German team Bora Hansgrohe, and he was selected to be the guy for the Giro d'Italia, while Peter Sagan is going to the Tour, and Sam Bennett does not get an invitation or a place at the Grand Tour this year. I'm not quite sure who's going to the Vuelta, but I think it's also right now not Bennett. And it's maybe a little bit like it was last year with Ewan, when they first didn't select him for the Giro d'Italia. Then they did not select him for the Tour, and well, then he said, okay, if you don't want me, if you want to focus on your climbers, I have to change teams. Caleb Ewan went to Lotto Soudal in the off season, and if Bennett does not ride a Grand Tour this year, or not the Giro or the Tour, well then he could also change teams, and I don't know if that is the correct decision by Bora Hansgrohe. Even though Ackermann is fast, and even though Ackermann is a German rider, I honestly think that Sam Bennett is way better. Not only at the moment, but in general. He showed that on multiple occasions in the races he was allowed to race, that he beat tough competition, while Ackermann needed, like shown today, he needed the help, he needed basically the help of other teams, that they don't live up to their part, so he can finish his race. And even though he's a good, decent sprinter, but I think it's a mistake putting all your eggs in the Ackermann basket and leaving Bennett out, not giving him a spot at the Giro d'Italia, especially because, well, the Tour is for Peter Sagan, that we all know. And by the time the Vuelta rolls around, the riders already have negotiated new contracts, maybe with other teams. So yeah, by then it could be too late to keep Bennett. That would be really interesting. Fourth today was Mareczko. Mareczko had a really good season last year with 13 wins. Now I checked the other day, he is only 24 and has already 40 pro wins. For comparison, Viviani with 30 has 71. But 20 of those victories came in China. No, 30 came actually. 30 of his 40 victories came in China, 20 of them at the same race, the Tour of Taiyou Lake. 18 times the stage over the last 3 or 4 years and 2 times the GC. So he's really bossing those races, and he has a lot of wins. But like shown today, even when the Koenig did not have a perfect leader, did not have a sprinter on his own bike, Halvorsen and also Ackermann, who was not in the best form, only his second win of the season after Classic Almeria, he only finished 4th, even though the lead out from CCC was actually really good. So yeah, Mareczko, the jury still has to be out, because he wins a lot of small races, or like Cavendish would call them, shitty small races, where the competition is just not up to his part. And we have yet to see that on a World Tour level from him. That would be quite interesting over the next few weeks, month, to see if he can grow to that position. And yeah, what else is there to mention? Well, tomorrow is finally the day where we have San Remo. I talked about it a few days ago. I will post a video after that race once again, give you guys a review of that as well. And maybe the same day or the day after, I will do a preview of the upcoming World Tour stage race, which will be Catalonia. That should always be an interesting race, because one of my personal favorite riders, Enric Mas, will return to action. But the start list is not out. The race starts on the 25th, so I don't know if I will do the preview tomorrow or maybe the day after. Probably the day after. I don't know what will happen otherwise. In cycling news, if something interesting pops up, I will surely do a video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out.